Full Game Prometheus, the only YouTuber that gives you full games of all the tips and schemes I post on my channel. And once again, guys, we're going to be jumping back into Madden Ultimate League, or Madden Weekend League gameplay. There's my opponent's team, 98, 97, 97. That Marshawn Lattimore card you're going to see is going to make some pretty good plays for him. And there's my card, still rolling with Michael Irvin as my top card. I've been doing it for God knows how long because I just don't grind the solos. Alright, so I decided to come out fairly conservative against my opponent on defense. Just went with just the cover 4 just to go and stop the run, and he goes in a wide set and actually rushes the ball. A previous gameplay was actually using a lot of cloud flat, cover 3 sky, and I decided to go ahead and run with that defense to get that safety down in the box just to make it a little bit more crowded. And what I did is essentially would go ahead and take my inside linebacker and actually put him on a deep blue and then actually play my safety down in the box. Now the only problem with that is that basically your linebacker is not playing run fits, so as a result you can get yourself in a situation where you don't really get the good run look. But because I had 8 guys in the box, it actually worked pretty effectively. So he comes out of a shotgun bunch set and actually I just missed a pick right there. This is basically the theme of the game, is that he would basically throw to my user, and my user's just so atrocious that he was getting away with it. So you'll see a lot of missed opportunities by me, and I know if you think it's frustrating to watch, it's frustrating to actually be the person on the other side. So a little corner out there, he actually gets hit, drops the ball, 3rd and 3 type of situation. I forgot I don't remember seeing the defensive play out right there, but I was trying to make some adjustments, and actually no, I was off my man. I do use the hot route audible adjustment. So now I jump into cover 2, I try to hit him with a pressure, and he actually does slants, which was a really smart play. It was a perfect play for the defense that I jumped into. He's able to get a completion right there at first down. So goes to flats again, gets a nice little out route. He's able to go and turn it up and get another first down. So 1st and 10 on the 23. I'm just doing some cloud coverage right here, letting my safety fall back, and I'd have to say, now he made an adjustment. You can see he jumped into a different play, saw something, and he goes into a counter play, and as you can see right here, he breaks the run. I had guys in the area, he breaks the run, and Tomlinson's able to go ahead and take the ball into the end zone. So I'm down 7-0. He's out of a 34 defense. I ID'd Mike. I like to come out of this running play in this New Orleans breakdown, just because it just establishes things for me right from the very get-go, and you can get pretty good yards with it. So I go into I form basically slots and do a little pitch play off to the right, and look at Lattimore. Lattimore is that 97 overall card. He actually just whiffs my blocker and just comes in and just eats me up. So I'll come into this particular play, which is Saints out, I believe, and I set this up as a cover 2 and a cover 3 beater, and I'm looking at the crossing route over the middle, and his defenders just bit down, and his guys had very good zone coverage. So now I come into one of my favorite plays in money downs, especially against any kind of like a zone coverage or man coverage. You can basically get that little that route, that's such a glitchy little route. I love that play. I like to use it a little bit more in my scheme. So come back to the running game. He's actually got a very stacked box, and you can see right here the blocking. I just couldn't get around the block, and his guys just cleaned up the holes there. So got a 2nd and 10 situation. I didn't want to get away from the run. But, you know, in shotgun sets, I was basically doing a lot of runs. And now look at this pressure off the edge. He had a really good defense set up there. You're going to have to go ahead and take a look at that again in this gameplay and just see what type of set he was setting, because that edge pressure just came off hot. So 3rd and 17 situation, I've got basically that little hitch on the backhand side. I go ahead and pop that, and right here Jackson actually takes off with it. I almost went house with it, but his guys hit stick me and get the ball back, so he gets the defensive break he's really looking for. I really do not like that Deshaun Jackson card, that 93 overall Deshaun Gauntlet card. He just does not hold on to big balls. You know, he's got the speed, you know, obviously not the big breakaway speed like he used to, but he just doesn't perform for me. I have the one card that I got which is Michael Irving. Now that is my best card, hands down. So jumps into a screen right here in a first and 10 situation, and his nimble feet by Tomlinson stays up, picks up a couple additional yards right there. So now I go into a blitz, and he just gobbles it right up right there and gets right down to the 18-yard line. And he actually started to huddle me in these type of situations, staying with the run. I went and gobbled that up because I had it down in the sky. And this guy was actually fairly smart. You know, one of the things when you do those no huddle type of situations, you're basically going ahead and you're forcing your opponent to either take a timeout or whatever, but you also can chew the person's clock down as much as you can. So he settles for 3 to take his points and take a lead, a 2-possession lead against me. So it was very smart football by this guy. He definitely knew what he was doing. You know, and when you play people that don't really know exactly what they're doing, this is great. So actually, right here, really good blocking, and that 27 was a touchdown saving tackle right there, because that play worked really well for me. So I streak up my guys under. He's playing guys underneath very hard, so now I take a look shot over the middle, but Ingram does not come down with it. The ball sails a little bit, so I missed a good opportunity to pick up a good 20-yard gainer right there with that particular play. So I've got the inside zone off to the right. Box is stacked. I go ahead and jump into slants. I streak up Irvin because it looks like he's got everybody coming in, and Irvin beats his man. I go ahead and just lob the ball up, and he just takes off with it and gets another touchdown. So that's the second time in this weekend league that I actually noticed this type of opportunities and actually hit someone for a long ball, which I'm notorious. Oh, drop interception right there. He threw right into coverage. Back to the cover 3 sky shell. And he actually hits me right over the middle, right by my user. I've just whiffed on it again, and that's just the theme of my defense. So he comes out of tight slots. I think he was running a similar book as me. I don't know if he was running New Orleans. He might have been running something a little bit differently, but he's making some adjustments right here. I'm still staying in that cover 3 shell, and right there, once again, I bit down too much. He still threw the seam. He just threw it right against me. He's able to go ahead and pick up another first down. So just testing my user. Went right there. Church kind of falls back on his feet, but I give up a good 6-yard gain. Then he comes out of basically an empty set. So I actually have like a blitzer coming off the edge right there, and actually once again he throws over the middle. A nice little reception by his receiver. Back to the bunch formation. And right here, he actually goes right across the middle. I almost got an interception right there. So, just another opportunity missed by my defense. He was forcing a lot of balls into certain positions, and that was somewhat frustrating right there. So right here, a nice run right there, blocking. Just went ahead and just set him up for a nice little run. So 3rd and 1 situation. Try to man blitz here. Try to get some pressure off the edge, and look at this. Does an inside zone, and the blocking is just perfect for him. It's actually just a perfect run, and I just had to change things up, so that's why I went with a man blitz, and I had to go ahead and get into that gap over there to make the blitz really effective off the edge. So once again, off to the races. I tried to run off to the left. I lost a yard there. This guy's run defense was very, very stout. Now I'm looking off to the right with Jackson once again. Nobody's over there. I'm going to go ahead and pop that little route. I possession catched it. Just go ahead and take the first down because I can get some pretty good yardage with that. Go to sail. This play, it's either great or it's terrible for me. So I'm basically streaking up. I'm looking for the post on the back end side, but the post is taking such a long time to develop. So I hit the crosser on the back end side to go ahead and get a nice little first down. No huddle him. Jump into play action read. I'm going to go ahead and take my outside left receiver, put him on a drag route, and now the post is wide open. He jumped into a man blitz, and Irvin's able to go ahead and get the ball into the end zone. So I'm only down by 3 right here. All I need is 1 defensive stop. He has made a lot of haphazard throws, so I got to make sure I go ahead and play the box correctly. So I wonder if I stop in this type of situation, putting my guy into a zone. So actually, I took over Hicks right there, and I forgot how that was set up, but that was actually just the perfect defense against him. So I'm using a Whitehead right here, and I go with basically, that was a dollar blitz right there, and he actually runs the ball and just trying to take the clock down. So this guy really thinks that his defense is going to carry him through this game. So he does go ahead and punt the ball off to me. I've got a minute and 58 seconds left to jump into a tray set with levels, and I'm going to basically no huddle from here on out. So go ahead, take a little crosser over the middle with cooks, no huddle. Go into the whip route right here. I've got basically levels. The whip is wide open, so go ahead and settle for that. Get the first down to a minute and 35 seconds. Go right back to sail again, and then the running back was wide open, so I'm able to go ahead and get that. I couldn't get out of bounds, but I was trying to get some additional yards. So go back to the whip right now. I'm thinking, okay, I'm getting in a field goal range. That's going to go ahead and get me in overtime, and also can go ahead and get a touchdown. So do a little whip right here, pick up another 5 yards. Come back. I got sail. I've got basically just a bunch of different reads, so I'm going to just go ahead and settle down underneath with Gooks. He's able to get another route right there. Then I come into an inside zone play, primarily because I haven't ran the ball at all right there, and I just missed the edge. If I would have went off a little bit to the left, I probably would have picked up some more yards. So go back to verticals, and I want you guys to take a look at this. I jump into verticals, so this is basically my play to get in the end zone, and right here his safety just comes out of nowhere and picks me off and takes it house. Yes, guys, I do post my losses. And basically the defense he was running was basically 2 buzz zones and man coverage, and he was able to go and pick a win against me. So had an opportunity to win a game, just let it choke. You know, everybody loses games, so that's why I want to post these type of things, is that sometimes you just make bad decisions at the very end. But actually, the guy actually picked a perfect defense. So to my subscribers, once again, guys, I really appreciate your support. Watching my channel, I really appreciate it. Hope you guys pick up from this gameplay, and until next time.